Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about one of the most controversial palettes, the Subculture palette. I've created 3 looks using this palette, and also at the end I'm gonna give you swatches and I'm gonna share my thoughts. Let's start straight away. Let's start with the look number 1. I've primed my eyelids using the Urban Decay primer portion in Eden, as I usually do. We'll start with the shade right here, which is Dawn. And I'm taking a fluffy brush and I'm just putting it on the crease. Then we'll go to this shade here, Roxy. Tap, 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 tap. Same brush. And then I'm using my fingers and I'm getting here the shade Adorn. And I'm pressing it with my fingers. For my lower lash, I'm going to use a mixture of Dawn and Roxy. Dawn again. And Roxy. This is the look number 1, guys. I hope you like it. Now let's start with the look number 2. I'm gonna start taking Dawn as my transition again with the brush. Then I'm taking All Star, that burgundy color. Bringing a little bit All Star, kind of there, in the middle of the eye. Using my fingers, I'm getting cube and I'm just applying it on the lid. I'm slightly blending so we won't have harsh lines here. And for the lower lash, I'm taking Fudge. Just a little bit. The inner corners, I'm taking cube again. And guys, this is the second look. And now let's go to the final look. I'm getting Dawn on the brush. I like Dawn as my transition color, obviously. I'm getting that color here, Access. Then I'm getting that color again, Access, and I'm using it here. Obviously, I'm going for a spotlight eye. Then I'm taking my fingers and I'm using this here, the electric color. Just right here. Just blending it a bit here so it can be nice and neat. And I'm repeating the steps for the lower lash. So starting with Dawn, going with Access, leaving blank for electric. And this is the third and final look, guys. The Subculture palette. The outside packaging looks like that, and it's similar with the Modern Renaissance palette. Outside the packaging looks like that. It's cruelty free. It retails for $42 US. It's made in USA. The only thing is the double-ended brush. It's made in China. It has a big mirror here. It's exactly the same layout with the Modern Renaissance palette, and it's a permanent palette, which is good. Kind of like this is like daytime palette, and this is good for the night. But if you have these two palettes, you can create a lot of several looks, as you saw from my demo. Now it has 3 like metallic shades, and the rest of the shades are matte. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube about this palette. There were like some people that they said that it had a lot of kick up, some other people hated it, some other people they said they didn't blend well the shades and all that sort. And when I got mine, I was like, oh, okay. I just took a brush and I started tapping right here. Now there is fallout for sure, but it's not as much as I saw on the video. And I'm grinding here. Of course there is fallout, but not as much as other people had. And I've tried, like, you know, all the shades. Then I tested the Modern Renaissance palette, right? And as you see, there is a lot of fallout of the Modern Renaissance on mine. It's not different than the Modern Renaissance, if not this one a little bit better. I just don't know. Now I'm gonna give you some swatches. This is the first row. This is Cube, this is Dawn, this is Destiny, this is Adorn, this is All Star, Mercury and Access. This is Roxy, this is Electric, this is Fudge, New Wave, Untamed, Edge and Rowdy. My thoughts on this palette, and I can only go about my palette. I like this palette. I've seen several videos on YouTube, as I said, that people, they had problems with this palette. They had major kickback. They, you know, the shades, they didn't blend well and a lot of stuff like that. I didn't have the problem, as you saw from my demo, and I like it as much as I like the Modern Renaissance palette. And as you saw, some of the shades at Modern Renaissance palette, they kick more powder than my Subculture palette. The shades are extremely pigmented, right? Tap tap, like tap tap, you see here. And if I go with a brush, grind, right? There is powder because these shadows are powdery, but for me, it's not different from my Modern Renaissance palette, right? I mean, look at that, right? So, as I said before, I like it. I like how it performed. I didn't have problems using it. I like the colors. The only thing, this Cube shade here, it didn't perform as well. It wasn't as pigmented as the other shades, but all in all, I really like this palette. Now, I don't work for Anastasia, or she doesn't send me PR or stuff like that, but I like this palette. I like it as much as the Modern Renaissance, if not better, because the shades are more up my alley, I suppose. And I had no problems blending the shades. I had no problems using concealer. I had no problems at all. I'm not quite sure if they had some inconsistency with the batches, or like I got a good one and some other people, they got a more powdery one. But I can only speak from what I have in my hands here. Bear also in mind, I do like powdery eyeshadows because I like high pigmented eyeshadows. They do kick powder, but nothing major that I've seen in other people's on YouTube. I've got mine from Beautylist, bear that in mind. I don't know if it's like a batch number or stuff. Mine is like P7E11, if that makes sense. The double-ended brush, For me, it's okay. I mean, it's usable brush. It's not the best brush in the world, but it's usable. All in all, guys, I do like this palette. Bear in mind that these were my thoughts and my thoughts only, and I can only go by the palette that I have here in my hands. That's all my thoughts. Can't wait to hear what you think. Leave your comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, mwah. Bye.